The series finale between the Elks and the Ridgefield Raptors, the final game of this 6-game road trip here in Washington. The lefty Max Frazier on the mound for the Ridgefield Raptors as the Elks look to avoid the sweep. Welcome inside the broadcast booth, Aiden O'Neill. Thanks for joining us on this nice Sunday afternoon for baseball. Julian Unai will get things going for the Elks, the left-handed bat digging in from that side. Frazier will wind and fire, and Unai will square to bunt, pull back, and take a strike at the top of the zone. We get started at 1:09 here this afternoon. Elks coming off a tough loss last night as the 0-1 curveball folds down and away. 6-0 the score was in that one, where the Elks were only able to muster one hit. And that hit came with 2 outs in the 8th inning on a ball that just fell into center field. Hoping for a better offensive performance today. The 1-1 is fouled back from Julian and out of play. Lineup tonight for the Elks, or this afternoon rather: Julian Unai, Brady Pettit, Will Cahill, Richie Klosick, Isaac Pfeiffer, Will Goodman, Keaton Nadeau, Brody Whitcomb, and Jackson Murphy. The 1-2 misses down and away. Elks don't want to relive last Sunday's contest, but Max Frazier was also on the mound for that one in a historic Raptors win. 2-2 fastball slashed foul near Johnny Kemp over there, the Elks' third base coach. Down at first at the moment, nobody for the Bend Elks, so they'll get a coach down there at some point. Frazier in that Raptors 31-0 win went 5 innings and didn't allow a run. The 2-2 is fouled back from Unai, stays alive. Ridgefield in their black tops with the black caps and then the white pants. Elks with their gold jerseys, Bend Elks across the chest in black, and the black pinstripe bottoms. Defense playing Unai straight up left on left as the 2-2's fouled just over the press box. Julian Unai stays alive, working a nice at-bat. Seeking to bounce back after a day yesterday where he had the golden sombrero. One you never want to get as a baseball player, one you remember 4 strikeouts in a game. 2-2. Curveball folds away. Frazier out of Oregon State didn't work at all in 2026. And also a Ridgefield Raptor last year. The payoff. Unai pops it up on the infield to the right side. It's the second baseman, Jackson Weber, reaching up into that bright sky and makes the catch to open up this game. So a pop out is how we get started, and now it's Brady Pettit. The defense behind Max Frazier this afternoon: Zach Wattis, Isaiah Hearn, and Reed Farrell in the outfield from left to right. Stuyvesant, Luna, Weber, and Watson from third to first, and Bo Rico is the catcher. The pitch to Pettit is a strike at the top of the zone on a fastball. Brady today, just in typical summer ball fashion, wearing a completely different number than he usually is. Usually number 6, wearing number 37 as he takes a fastball down and in. Pettit's been a positive contributor for these Elks. Getting things going with that bat and hoping to continue that this afternoon. They're shifting over to the pull side for him. The 1-1 changeup misses outside. Elks enter this contest 16-28. A season worst 12 games below 500, looking to salvage this road trip with a win here. Pettit fouls back the 2-1. And you look back to that game on Friday night as an ability and an opportunity to set the tone. And the Elks, while they were up 7-3, blew that lead late. Raptors came all the way back, won 8-7. And then yesterday, the dominant performance. 2-2 to BP, fouls it down the right field line. Bennett hailing from San Diego, California, and after the beginning of his college career, the majority of it at St. Mary's, going back home to San Diego State next year. 2-2 curveball is skied to left center field and in the park. Zach Wattis and Isaiah Hearn running after it. Hearn loses his hat and makes the catch in left center for the second out. This defense covers a lot of ground in the outfield. Wattis, Hearn, and Farrell all plus runners. With two away, it's Will Cahill. Frazier deals, and a fastball misses in. Also after this road trip, as we move into that final homestand of the year, the final 6 games next week, make sure you get your tickets. It's going to be a new-look Elks team in almost every way. 1-0 heater misses down to Cahill below the knees. There's going to be a ton of new players getting opportunities, more local guys than ever, because the Elks after this game seeing a major departure from the majority of this group. 2-0 breaking ball called to strike at the knees, and that of course happens at this stage of the season, but also circumstantially, considering where the Elks are in the stand-ins, that absolutely does play a factor. Still a hitter's count to Will, but he'll swing through the 2-1. He foul tipped it though into the catcher's mitt, Enrico. 265 average. 4 lefties out of the starting 9 in the lineup facing the southpaw. 2-2, Cahill strikes out swinging. And Max Frazier sets down the Elks in order to start this game. To the bottom of the first, Raptors coming up against the righty Cade Finazzo when we come back. Cade Finazzo toes the rubber to start this bottom of the first, looking into Zach Wattis. And his first pitch misses inside on a changeup. No score into the bottom of the first inning. The Raptors' star outfielder Wattis getting things going with their offense. The 1-0 changeup popped up. Shallow left field. Murphy coming in. And he makes the catch to retire Zach Wattis on just 2 pitches. That'll bring up Jackson Weber, the Arizona State commit. Cade Finazzo in this similar opener role got a start on July the 23rd, so just a couple of days ago. As he winds and fires to Weber, a breaking ball that's lined right at Brady Pettit, who reached up in the air and caught it. Smooth at the hot corner and potentially taking away extra bases. 2 outs. Now Carson Luna, Finazzo working quick per usual, will kick and deal. Change up, misses outside. But yes, Finazzo started on the 23rd against Corvallis. That was a game the Elks ultimately lost by 18. But Finazzo was good. Went 3 innings. The 4 runs he gave up were not with him on the mound, as the 1-0 misses down and away. Inherited runners where the bullpen couldn't back him up. But he did punch out 5 and walked only 2. Wes Harper hoping for a similar effort, the Elks pitching coach, to get into those outstanding bullpen arms that are available tonight. 2-0 swung on and missed. Luna was out in front. Very well could see the likes of Jackson Ashley and Josh Jackson, who haven't worked in a couple of days. Hitters count to Luna. The 2-1s popped up. Just behind home plate, Pfeiffer moves back and makes the catch to end the inning. Both pitchers go 1, 2, 3, 6 up, 6 down in the first. The second when we come back. Top 2 here in Ridgefield, no score. Richie Klosik stepping in from the right side against the lefty Max Frazier. And Frazier fires a fastball by Klosik. That one at 86. Klosik, Pfeiffer, and then Goodman. 3 righties due up this inning. As Klosik takes a strike on the 0-1 at 82, right down the heart of the plate. Richie was not in the lineup yesterday on Friday night while making a defensive effort at a play in right center as he takes strike 3 right down the heart of the plate again. Klosik down on 3 pitches. Klosik ran into the wall and ultimately hurt his shoulder. So he got the off day yesterday and back in the lineup today, but a less than ideal start. Now Isaac Pfeiffer stepping up with 1 away. Wind and the pitch. Pfeiffer squares to bunt, and he gets it down, but it's right back to the pitcher. Frazier fields and flips to first. A nice idea from Pfeiffer if he gets it down the line, but an easy play from Frazier coming off the mound, and then just a simple flip.
Second baseman, number 4, Will Goodman.
Now it's Will Goodman. Elks offense last night struck out 16 total times. Frazier fires to Goodman and misses outside. And it was in a game where the Ridgefield Raptors pitching told the story. They had 3 arms come to that mound, only gave up 1 hit, and only walked 2 while striking out that number 16. 1-0 to Goodman, called the strike. He shook his head in disagreement, but it was there at the bottom of the zone at 83. Frazier works on the 1-1. Fastball fouled away down the right field line. He's been pitching, Max Frazier, in the West Coast League for a while. Now this is his 3rd season in the league. He started at age 17 with the Portland Pickles. That was in 2023. Had a 4.91 ERA with them, and then the Raptors in 2025. The 1-2 misses. Was with the Santa Barbara Foresters in the California Collegiate League in the 2024 season. So he's had experience with this stage of the summer. Keeping the focus, staying competitive. 2-2 to Goody. Popped up foul and back out of play. Goodman never playing back-to-back days with that lingering back injury. Today at second instead of shortstop. 2-2 curveball folds down and in, and Goodman stays alive. Max Frazier, a new addition to the Ridgefield Raptors, so those numbers still outstanding with just 7 innings of work. Entered tonight's start with a 2.57 ERA. Looks into Goodman on the payoff with 2 outs, and Will takes down and in for ball 4. The first base runner of this ball game comes via Will Goodman.
Now batting, center fielder, number 10, Keenan Nato.
Now Keaton Nato. Fastball misses up and away to Keaton. This is the final game for both Keaton Nato and Elks starting pitcher Cade Finazzo tonight. Nato looking to end on a bang. Yesterday, no hits, but did reach twice. 1-0 fastball misses away. And it's been extremely tough sledding for Keaton offensively, despite the glove always being there. You can say the same about almost this entire team. Frazier's 2-0 fouled away down the right field line. Just a .233 average entering this at-bat. 10 runs batted in, but a team leading 14 stolen bases. When he gets on, he wreaks havoc on the bases. 2-1, 2 outs, no score, top of the second. With the runner on first and Goodman. Frazier delivers, and Nato pops it up foul and out of play. Good crowd on hand tonight at the Rourke. We've had good crowds all weekend long. Only team that the Elks played 9 times this year, the Ridgefield Raptors. 6 of those came at Gena. Now the lone time in Ridgefield. 2-2, fouled right back off the net. Raptors last night won the season series officially 5-3. Elks hoping to change that with a win tonight to just get another on the tally. Nato pops up the 2-2 to sky-high right field. Farrell barely moves and makes the two-handed catch to end the inning. Two-out walk to Will Goodman, but the Elks have no hits. Bottom of the second when we come back on Bend Elks YouTube. Cade Finazzo back out there for the Bend Elks. Will face Josh Proctor, the righty. His pitch, a slider, misses outside. Proctor, Watson, and Hearn, 4, 5, and 6, due up for the Raptors in the bottom of the second. Elks finally got their first base runner in the top half, but still looking for their first hit. The slider to Proctor is flipped into shallow center field, and it gets down for a base hit right in front of Keaton Nadeau. There's the first hit of this ball game via Josh Proctor, who continues to swing a hot bat.
At the plate, first baseman, number 30, Ray.
But nobody hotter than Braden Watson. An outstanding bat for these Ridgefield Raptors that since he's stepped foot here in Ridgefield has dominated the competition. Finazzo throws a fastball that's hit well. Deep to right center field. Nadeau gives chase to the wall and makes the catch. Proctor has to retreat back to first. Braden Watson gave it a ride in 97 off the bat on a pitch that was out of the strike zone and still mustered it all the way to the track. Keaton Nadeau, though, consistently makes those plays look easy. Here's Isaiah Hearn as Finazzo throws a changeup and Hearn's way out in front. One away with Proctor on first. No Isaiah Hearn in the lineup last night, but a dangerous bat. So he'll take a changeup that misses down. Elks today with their bullpen game that they're likely going to throw. Cade Finazzo being utilized more as a reliever throughout this season. Somebody along the way will be the bulk innings eater, and that's still to be determined who. Finazzo back to the changeup. Hearn out in front. Got the start on Friday night. Hearn didn't pick up a hit, had 3 flyouts to center field. But the commit to Oregon, about as gifted as you'll get from a player in the West Coast League. 1-2 from Cade. He throws a fastball up, changing the eye level of Hearn. 262 average with 6 homers and 20 driven in. Isaiah Hearn readies from the left side. Finazzo's 2-2 skips in and stopped by Pfeiffer. See if Proctor goes full count, 1 out. On deck, Nate Stuyvesant. Finazzo's payoff. Misses low, ball 4. The first time that Cade Finazzo has lost a batter on the base on balls. And there's runners on first and second with 1 out.
Number 10, Nate Stuyvesant.
Allows for Nate Stuyvesant to come to the plate with a couple of runners on base. Finazzo delivers a slider that swung on and missed. Stuyvesant had a nice night in last night's contest. Couple of hits, an RBI single that came in the second. Jim Corney mentioned something to Cade Finazzo, not sure what. Corney's been all over this entire weekend, these pitchers and their simple mechanics, trying to tell them not to balk, or some intricate details from a rule perspective as Stuyvesant swings through the 0-1. In simpler words, has been a stickler with all of it. And now here with Cade Finazzo, making sure he stays in shape too. Proctor on second, Hearn on first. 0-2, 1 out to Stuyvesant. Finazzo throws a slider that's skied to shallow center field. Proctor doesn't tag. Nato comes in, makes the catch. 2 away. Huge second out from Cade Finazzo. And that'll bring up Bo Rico. Rico, 203 average entering this at-bat. No homers, 5 driven in. Bright neon batting gloves as he steps in from the left side. Finazzo throws the changeup, and Rico is way out in front. That pitch from Cade has been on the money. When he's been at his best, he's continued to throw it. Cal State San Bernardino right-hander that has good stuff. 0-1 changeup, grounded softly to Will Goodman at second. He'll field and throw to first. Cade Finazzo gets out of the second inning without allowing a run. Had 2 runners on with 1 out, escapes the jam, and keeps this game tied at 0. Moving to the top of the third inning, Brody Whitcomb starting things off for the Bend Elks. Max Frazier, the lefty, back on the mound. Whitcomb, Murphy, and then the top of the order coming up. Frazier throws a fastball that misses low to Whitcomb. Cade Finazzo doing a nice job getting out of the jam and keeping this game right where it's at. 1-0 heater tapped foul just above the Elks dugout. Alan Cox will walk out to get it. Now the first base coach for the Elks. Allen in his third year as manager with these Bend Elks in an uncharted territory with that 16-28 record. You know, in a season that is lost from a record standpoint, there's still a lot to take away and a lot to play for. Looking to build that program back up and get consistent again. 1-1 to Whitcomb. He chases high on a pitch up. But there's no doubt that with Allen's pedigree and his track record, a season like this won't become common practice. Something everybody will learn from. Whitcomb on the 1-2, grounds one past Watson at first, who had a chance to squeeze it, and it went right through the 5-hole. Whitcomb reaches it first, trickled into right. It's going to go down as an infield single from Brody Whitcomb. Hit that ball hard off the bat, and Watson was not able to field it. Now Jackson Murphy. Frazier throws a fastball. Murphy lines one back up the middle for a base hit. Whitcomb moves up to second. And for the second consecutive night, Jackson Murphy has himself a knock. The Elks in business here in the third. Jackson Murphy in last night's game was the lone batter on the Bend Elks that picked up a hit. Came with 2 outs in the 7th inning. But today already the Elks 2 hits in just the third. Now Julian Unai will square to bunt, and he gets it down. A perfect bunt up the third base line, fielded by Stuyvesant on the move. And he makes a strong throw to first to get Unai, but well executed. A perfect sac bunt from the Elks leadoff hitter. And now 2 runners in scoring position. That is so valuable, even in the modern game of baseball, to have a guy that can get a bunt down with ease. And Unai does it on the first pitch he sees. With 2 runners in scoring position, the infield stays back. And Brady Pettit takes down and away on a ball. RBI shot here early from Brady Pettit to crack the code and get the Elks going on offense. Pettit with 5 runs batted in this year. Frazier throws a fastball and Pettit grounds one back up the middle, fielded by Luna at short. His throw to first in time, but Brody Whitcomb comes in to score, and the Elks strike first. It's 1-0 here in the third. All Brady Pettit there had to do was put a ball in play, and he did exactly that and got rewarded. Murphy moves up to third. Now Frazier swings through, or throws through that bat of Will Cahill. It's a scoreless streak on the Elk side since the 5th inning on Friday night. That was the last time they scored a run. From the 5th on Friday, were shut out, and then yesterday, of course, not scoring at all. 1-1 to Cahill. Called the strike on the outside corner. It's 1-2. Frazier getting in a rhythm in a windup. Moving along. Struck out Cahill his first time. And on the 1-2, Cahill's going to drive one deep to center field. Hearns going back, and he makes the catch in front of the wall, crashing into it to take away extra bases from Cahill. 89 off the bat it was from Will. It carried 352 feet. But Isaiah Hearn, who's smooth out there in center, makes the squeeze, and that will end the inning. But the Elks, they strike first on the RBI groundout from Brady Pettit to the home half when we come back on Bend Elks YouTube. Bottom of the third inning, a new pitcher into the game already for the Elks in this bullpen game. It's Josh Mejia, the Oregon Tech lefty, and he misses high on a fastball to Reed Farrell. 9-1-2, Farrell, and then the top of the order coming up for the Raptors here in the home half of the third. Elks struck first in the top of the third on an RBI ground out from Pettit. Mejia delivers the 1-0, and it's cued foul near the on-deck circle, bounding near the first base coaching box. Josh Mejia, part of the collection of Oregon Tech arms that have followed Johnny Kemp to Bend for the summertime. Tallied a 10.8 ERA so far this summer. 1-1 check swing, fouled away over the right field net. Last night, Enrique Perez with the Elks was absolutely outstanding in relief. Throwing strikes, both him and Jack Harper kept the game intact. But the Elks offense could not mount the comeback. 1-2 to Farrell, misses in tight. Last time Josh worked was on July the 23rd against the Corvallis Knights in that blowout performance. Looks into Farrell on the 2-2 from the third base side, and his changeup is roped foul down the left field line. Farrell staying alive. Reed Farrell, the Fresno State commit from the College of the Canyons, .255 average this summer. 5 runs batted in. Started to find himself in a bit of a hot streak. Crouching down from the right side of that box. 2-2 from Mejia. Big curveball misses high. Mejia, Washington native. His first season with the Oregon Tech baseball program was this last year. Has experience pitching in the West Coast League, was a member of the Wenatchee Apple Sox a few years ago. Had a 9 ERA at Oregon Tech in 10 innings. Full count to Farrell. And the changeup is fouled away. With Farrell up here Mejia wanted to come into the strike zone, and of course Zach Wattis on deck, that'd be left on left, but you never want to let the 9-hole batter reach to start the inning, especially if it starts that rally. 3-2 from Mejia. Fouled away again in the same spot up the third baseline. Making Josh Mejia work. This will be the 9th pitch of the at-bat. See what Josh, great command, or great stuff, better way to put it, but sometimes the strike throw-in can be awry. Seeking to stay in it on the 3-2. And his fastball is cold. Strike 3 at the bottom of the zone. Josh Mejia starts off his outing with the looking K. That's the first strikeout from the Elks as a staff. Now the top of the order with Zach Wattis. These Sunday afternoon games, or even if you play them in the evening, they can get really funky. On the Elk side with loads of new faces and new pitchers coming in and out. Mejia to Wattis, squares to bunt, pulls back and takes high. Zach Wattis flew out his first time to the left fielder and Jackson Murphy. He has been on another level when it comes to his production, garnering attention across the country. Tall, athletic left-handed bat who grounds one on the 1-0 to Brody Whitcomb, who picks it at first. He'll touch the base. 2 outs. Not an easy play from Brody Whitcomb. Almost let it go by him. But on the back pick, found it in the sweet spot and did the rest himself. 2 away, nobody on base, and now Jackson Weber stepping up. Weber roped one to Brady Pettit, who made the catch at third. Came earlier. Mejia's fastball misses high. But encouraging from Josh Mejia to stay in that strike zone. At school, he struck out 19 and walked 19. 1-0 to Weber, misses down. Jackson Weber's first start of the series. Very unique. A catcher, and then also today playing second base. 2-0, way out in front is Weber. It's now 2 balls and 1 strike. .164 average from Weber, including that line out. On the 2-1, will take pitch that misses outside, but to do that at the college level, of course, Tulane becoming more prominent with the likes of Shohei Ohtani catching everybody's attention, but another impressive feat, catching and playing the middle infield. 3-1, fastball foul back, showcasing Weber is a great athlete, the Phoenix, Arizona native that's staying in the state and in that region, heading to ASU. Program that's consistently been in those talks, multiple national championships, and well esteemed throughout the country. Working hard's Mejia on the payoff, and the changeup's fouled away. Jackson Weber just staying alive. Although Mejia hasn't allowed a base runner in this inning, he's having to work hard for it. 3-2, 2 outs, nobody on. Bottom 3, 1-0 Elks. And Josh will pause and deliver a fastball that's popped up, foul and out of play. Weber just keeps on going. Would imagine a childhood dream in a way for Weber to grow up in Phoenix, go to Horizon High School, and then now be committed to ASU. An emphasis for head coach Willie Bloomquist to keep those local boys at home with the Sun Devils. 3-2 changeup, misses high, and Jackson Weber works a 2-out walk after a long at-bat. Really made Mejia grind and work for it. Gives Carson Luna a shot with the runner on base. Luna popped out just beyond home plate in his first at-bat. The catcher Isaac Pfeiffer squeezed it. Mejia throws. Fastball misses high. Luna, the Houston, Texas native, coming from Michigan after his redshirt freshman season, where the numbers weren't outstanding, batting a little over 200, but he's turned things on in Ridgefield. Take a changeup that misses in. Amidst, though, a cold streak with the bat. Just over a week ago when we were in Bend, the beginning of that series, West Coast League Game of the Week, Carson Luna was our player featured on the Raptors side because of his outstanding play. That average has dipped since as the 2-0 heater misses low. Still at 290, 4 homers, 15 driven in. Mejia losing the command after that walk to Weber, and now a 3-ball count to Carson Luna. On the 3-0, a fastball is thrown, and it misses high for ball 4. Make that back-to-back walks from Josh Mejia with 2 outs. Gives Josh Proctor a shot with 2 ducks on the pond. Elks waiting patiently in the field. Just 3 combined hits for both sides. But Proctor has been starting to feel it and singled in the second. Mejia throws. Fastball foul down the right field line over the head of Brody Whitcomb. Time now called as they look down that right field line to make sure the ball's collected. Josh Proctor, after a year with the Corvallis Knights in 2025 as an Oregon State Beaver, now making his way to Ridgefield for this summer, and has been great at the plate. Elks looking to keep their lead intact. 0-1, he throws home. Jim Courtney called time. And I'm not sure what the call is. He called time, and now he's writing something in his book. Home plate umpire Courtney is. I think Proctor just called time a bit late, and then Courtney ultimately granted it. So the count stays at 0-1. To the 6'5", 240-pound outfielder. 0-1, heater's ripped. Deep to right field. Going back is Klosik, reaching up at the wall, and it's gone. A back-breaking, 2-out, 3-run home run. Just 334 feet to the opposite field. And the Raptors are now on top, 3-1. It was just 90 off the bat. But there's that carry to right field. A launch pad that direction, and similar to Braden Orum's home run last night, the infielder for the Ridgefield Raptors, it kept on going. Those 2-out walks come back to bite Josh Mejia mightily, and a huge home run. Now Braden Watson will take a fastball that misses in. That's frustrating for Mejia because he started off the inning so strong with a strikeout and then a ground out. But the 2 walks and a big swing give Proctor his 3rd of the year. 1-0 from Mejia. Changeup misses up. And Richie Klosik, despite running full speed into the right center field fence the other night, still gave it his best effort all the way back to the wall, reached up, and it simply snuck over his glove and over the fence onto the berm and right. Watson flew out his first time, and on the 2-0, he'll take outside. So Josh Mejia, a polar opposite performance from the start of his outing, with the 2 consecutive outs to now. 3-0 from Josh. Sails on him, ball 4. And you look down in the Elks bullpen wondering how much longer Wes Harper will let Mejia go.
Now batting the center fielder, number 36.
That's his 3rd walk and the Elks' 4th as a staff. And time is now called from Wes Harper, who will go and chat with Mejia. Isaiah Hearn, the man stepping up. Mejia will almost certainly stay in to face the lefty with that favorable left on left. While we have a moment during this mound visit in this 3-1 ball game, let's take a look around the West Coast League. Edmonton on top of Kelowna 9-7 in the top of the 5th, an offensive showcase. Riverhawks looking to sweep the Falcons there. North Paws beating the Victoria Harbor Cats 1-0 in the top of the 4th. Nanaimo on top of Port Angeles 2-0 in the bottom of the 1st. And then games still to be played. Sweets and Pickles, Berries and Drifters, Knights and Pippins, and Bells and Apple Socks, all later today. Mound visit is done, and now Isaiah Hearn will step up against Josh Mejia. Mejia kicks and deals. A fastball that swung on and missed. Popped in and out of the catcher's mitt, and Pfeiffer, Jim Courtney, will go and pick it up. Isaiah Hearn walked in the 2nd inning. Ever dangerous threat at the dish, who constantly, and we've observed this weekend, puts on a show in batting practice with his light tower power. On the 0-1, he'll crush one. Deep to right field. This could be showcasing that power, but it's caught at the wall. As Klosik had to go all the way back, but it hangs up in the yard. Was 93 off the bat. Hearn golfed it. Caught by Klosik. Not after, though, the 3-run homer from Josh Proctor. His 3rd of the year that just got over the right field fence. Elks playing catch-up once more. We go to the 4th on Bend Elks YouTube. Richie Klosik will start things off for the Elks in the fourth inning and swing through the first pitch he sees. Raptors on top by a score of 3-1 as we go to this fourth. The 3-run home run from Josh Proctor, the difference now as Klosik chases on a pitch down. Elks got the early lead, but on a swing by Proctor that simply snuck over the right field wall. This game changed, and it came with 2 outs, which made it hurt more. Klosik swings through the 0-2 and strikes out again. That's the second time Klosik struck out on 3 pitches. One away for Isaac Pfeiffer. Max Frazier picking up where he left off in that out in last Sunday against the Elks. On the first pitch to Pfeiffer, he'll ground one to the third baseman Stuyvesant. His throw to first. Watson uncomfortable near the bag, but still made the catch. A very quick 2 outs from Frazier, bringing up Will Goodman. Goodman walked in his first AB. Elks just hoping to see more out of their offense. On the first pitch to Goodman, he'll ground one to the third baseman Stuyvesant again. He'll fire across the diamond. A 5-pitch inning for Max Frazier that ends in the blink of an eye. It's 3-1 Raptors to the bottom of the fourth. The third pitcher in the ballgame for the Elks this afternoon is Trevor Kaiser, who fires a fastball that misses up and away. An interesting look from Trevor Kaiser, who's traditionally a starter for these Elks, being used as a middle inning reliever in this bullpen game. 1-0 to Stuyvesant, misses up at 88. Kaiser standing at 6'6", 225 pounds. This is his first appearance this summer that has not been a start. 2-0 changeup, called to strike on the inside corner. Stuyvesant, Rico, and Farrell hitters 7, 8, and 9 in this Raptors order coming up in the bottom of the fourth. The score at 3-1 Ridgefield. Kaiser looking to bridge to the rest of this bullpen. 2-1's fouled right back off the net. Last through on July the 22nd against Corvallis. That was the game the Elks had the offensive outburst in Corvallis where they put up 14. They get hit around a bit though, but he gets Stuyvesant here on a 2-2 breaking ball. The second K from the Elks as a staff and a great start to Kaiser's outing. He just went down and away, filthy at 81 on a pitch that was impossible to take. Shedding off the black. Now Bo Rico. Rico will take a heater that misses in. The Elks offense last inning offensively. A 5-pitch inning they gave Max Frazier, and that was also with a strikeout in it. It was a 3-pitch K to Richie Klosik. A 1-pitch out to Isaac Pfeiffer and a 1-pitch out to Will Goodman. Timeout called as Kaiser will step off and reset. Working out of the windup on the first base side. 1-0 misses up on a fastball. Kaiser coming from Oregon State. Year after he just threw slightly over 1 inning pitched. Looking for those consistent reps to set himself up for next year. 2-0 heater misses away. West Richland, Washington native, pitched with the Yakima Valley Pippins last year. Faced the Bend Elks again a couple of times, so now in that Elks uniform and has been a consistent midweek starter for them, 18 innings. On the 3-0 heater, though, he misses in tight to Rico. It's another walk for this Elk staff.
At the plate, the right fielder, number 16, Reed Farrell.
With the runner on, Reed Farrell, the 9-hole batter, will step up. Elks are seeking to win their first series since the beginning of this month against the Walla Walla Sweets. It has been that tough of sledding. The month of July they want to forget. The slider called the strike on the outside corner. But it won't come this weekend with the Raptors already getting it done. Elks looking to avoid the sweep. Final game of this road trip before a day off tomorrow, and then 6 straight. 3 against the Pickles and 3 against the Berries. 0-1 from Kaiser, misses down and away on a ball. Reed Farrell struck out looking in the 3rd inning. That was the start of Josh Mejia's outing that was so good, and then the wheels quickly started to spin off. 1-1 to Farrell's popped up to the second baseman, and Goodman coming in will make the catch. 2 outs. Nice job from Kaiser working around that 1-out walk, but not done yet as he has to face Zach Wattis. Wattis 0 for 2 with the fly out and a ground out. Kaiser throws a fastball that's fouled back. After a year at LMU for Zach Wattis, that entire group weren't clicking like they expected to with their talent in the West Coast Conference. Only won 12 games, 3 conference games. They throw over and back with a dive as Rico. Wattis being back with them is something that they've got to be encouraged about. Challenging the batting title in the West Coast League. Is on the 0-1, he fouls it away. But not only that, over 10 stolen bases, 6 homers, over 30 runs batted in, 2 triples. You can't find any holes in the game of the tall left-handed bat. Big shift over to the pull side for the second baseman and Goodman. It's 0-2. And a fastball misses up and away. Murphy, Nato, Klosick in that outfield. Pettit and Unai on the left side. Goodman and Whitcomb on the right side. Isaac Pfeiffer catching. 1-2 from TK. Slider misses down and in. He was walking off the mound and thought he had strike three, but it did miss. Have to stay on a corner with a hitter as good as Wattis. On deck is Jackson Weber. Here in the bottom of the fourth. Kaiser throws a big curveball that misses low. Now a full count. To be as well-rounded as Wattis has been at his size, a physical anomaly. And that's why all the Major League scouts and people around the country are starting to take notice, is because of the uniqueness of it. Full count. Fastball misses a hair high, and it's ball four to Zach Wattis. The second walk of the inning from Trevor Kaiser and the Elks collectively as a staff. Struggling with the base on balls. With two away, it's Jackson Weber. Kaiser comes home, and Weber swings through it. Key from Trevor Kaiser to stay in the zone. This season, we haven't seen him struggle too much with the free passes. It's been more getting hit around on pitches in the zone. 0-1. Fastball misses away. Now sitting at 21 strikeouts on the season to 16 walks. He's gotten beaten by barrels. And the Raptors, a team you got to stay on the corner for. 1-1 slider swung on and missed by Weber, and Kaiser working back ahead. On second is Rico. On first is Wattis. 1-2 with two outs in the bottom of the fourth inning. 3-1 Raptors on top, just 4 combined hits. Kaiser a longer look into Pfeiffer, and now readies. The pitch. Fastball misses down and away, and it hits off the glove of Pfeiffer, allowing for Rico to move up. Goes down as a pass ball on Isaac Pfeiffer. One he should have squeezed. Runners reside on the corners now. 2-2 from TK. Slider got him swinging. And Weber was out in front. Trevor Kaiser picks up his second K of the inning despite the foot traffic and does not allow a Raptor to score. Still 3-1 as we go to the fifth on Bend Elks YouTube. Top of the 5th inning, Keaton Nadeau stepping up to start off this frame for the Elks against the lefties still going and Max Frazier. Nadeau fouls one away down the right field line. Nadeau, Whitcomb, and Murphy. Max Frazier is similar to last Sunday in a historic game for the Ridgefield Raptors where they won 31-0 has been good. As the 0-1 is grounded off the base at third, and it bounds into shallow left field. Not far enough for Nadeau to make the turn. But the Elks will take that hit. Unlucky, though, from Nadeau, because I think if that doesn't hit the base, it's a double down the line. And because it hit off the bag, it caromed into shallow left, which allowed for Stuyvesant and Luna to chase after it. That, though, the first hit for the Elks since the 2nd inning. And you get speed on the base with Nadeau. Frazier throws over to check on him. Keaton with 14 stolen bases, a time where you could see him take off. Frazier to Whitcomb and misses outside on a slider. Brody Whitcomb, a single in the 3rd inning. Has been swinging a good bat out of Caldera High School, the recent graduate. 1-0 misses down and away also. On Sunday, Max Frazier went 5 innings in that game. See how much longer the leash is from head coach Chris Cota. Fastball's called to strike on the outer third. Gave up 5 hits in that outing, but no runs allowed and 2 strikeouts. Pitch to contact. Frazier throws to look at Nadeau, who's back standing. On deck, Jackson Murphy. Hitters count 2-1. Whitcomb fouls it right back. Nadeau bluffed the steal, but he ended up staying put at first. 2-2, nobody out. The runner on first to Nadeau in this 3-1 game. Frazier's pitch. Popped up. Sky high to the second baseman, Jackson Weber. And he reaches up to make the one-handed squeeze. Whitcomb just missed it. Did chase on a pitch that was up in the zone, and that's why he wasn't able to hit a line drive on it. One away for Jackson Murphy. Murph from the left side. Frazier's fastball misses away. Jackson Murphy singled in the 3rd inning. Off a year where Murph was good at UC Davis, and a day after he picked up the lone hit for the Elks. 0-1 grounded into right field for a base hit. Nadeau's going to hit second and try to go to third. The throw in from Farrell's a good one, but it's late on one hop. And the Elks have runners on the corners with 1 out. Jackson Murphy stays hot, his 2nd hit of the night. There's only a couple of base runners on the Elks that would feel confident in that situation with looking to go first to third. Nadeau being one of them, trusting his instincts, and it ultimately pays off. Now Julian Unai. Frazier throws a fastball that's grounded to the first baseman, and Watson touches the base, goes to second, tag applied, double play, ends the inning as Murphy is tagged out, and because Nadeau didn't cross home plate in time on the tag play, there's no run. Elks had the runners on the corners with 1 out, and on the first pitch to Julian Unai, the double play ends the inning. We're going to the bottom of the 5th inning. Elks last inning had a prime golden opportunity that vanished after a double play on the 3-6 putout. Josh Jackson is the new pitcher in for the Bend Elks, and Jim Courtney is over there near the Elks dugout. Looking at the lineup card, I'm not sure if Josh Jackson is on it or if there's a complication with that. But he made the long walk with the lineup. And we've got to look at the lineup card here. It does appear by the one I'm looking at, and I'm going to keep reading through it, that Josh Jackson is not on it. So this might be Jim Courtney going over to talk to Chris Cota and say, hey, are you cool with this? I'm not sure what the process looks like in a spot like this with Jackson not being on the lineup card, if he would be deemed unable to pitch. But I'm taking a long look at it, and he is not on the lineup card. So Jim Courtney will now walk out to Josh Jackson to talk to him. He just finished his conversation with Chris Cota. And because he's not on the lineup card, this might be a conversation saying, hey, you cannot pitch tonight. The entire infield is up on the mound as well. You rarely see this in a baseball game. And with that, Elks are getting a new arm warmed up as quick as possible. With all the things that have gone on this year, this would be unreal. And Josh Jackson is leaving the mound. I believe he is deemed unable to pitch because he's not on the lineup card. Only a couple of times you see that in baseball. And now Aiden Bray's going to jog in out of the bullpen. The lefty, he's going to come in. All right, Aiden Bray will throw his warm-up pitches. A unique side, especially the Elks, knowing that Josh Jackson was likely going to be in the carts tonight. For him to be left off the lineup card feels inexcusable. Aiden Bray in when we come back on Bend Elks YouTube. So after the controversy, Josh Jackson not being on the lineup card. Aiden Bray is the new pitcher into the game. And he'll throw a changeup that misses down and away. 3-1 Raptors, bottom of the 5th inning. You don't see that a whole lot, but it is a rule. If a substitution is going to come into the game, they have to be on the lineup card. Jim Courtney looked down at it, didn't see Josh Jackson, and we confirmed he was not on the card, deeming him unable to pitch as the 1-0 misses down and in. And I can't even imagine the frustration on Josh's side, knowing he was going to throw today, all the competitive juices flowing, and then all that taken away in a matter of moments. Luna walked his last time and chases the 2-0 down. It also throws a major wrench in the Elks' plans because Josh Jackson obviously planning on being a part of the fold tonight. He can go multiple innings and set yourself up for the later stages. So hoping Aiden Bray can step up. And on the 2-1, he'll throw a big, slow breaking ball at 65 that misses in. Aiden Bray, the 5'8", 195-pounder, comes set and delivers. Fastball misses in tight, ball 4.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 33, Josh Proctor. Way faster than the driver's license.
With the leadoff walk, Josh Proctor digs in from the right side.
Oh, that wasn't the driver's license guy? Oh.
Proctor's last time had the big swing that's been the difference, a 3-run home run. And Bray misses up and away on a ball. It's Aiden Bray's second year with the Bend Elks. Out of college eligibility. Done with his senior season at St. Martin's, where he only threw 6 2/3 innings. And is available to go as many pitches as possible as the 1-0 misses away. He jokes constantly like, hey, I'm just doing this for the fun of it. However the coaches want to use me, I'll be ready. And it doesn't get more of an interesting situation than the one he's currently tasked with. Wasn't prepared, not warming up, and they say, hey, you got to come in and figure this thing out after the lineup card debacle. Luna off of first, Bray's 2-0. It's a fastball that misses outside, 3 balls and no strikes. Only 2 innings with Ben last summer, was also in Yakima for a tad. Third spin around the West Coast League. Has to come in on the 3-0. And the changeup misses down and away, ball 4. Back-to-back walks from Aiden Bray. And you feel for him, too, because he was not warmed up to get ready for this ball game. Josh Jackson was the one that was ready to go, and Bray is essentially throwing his warm-up pitches out there in live action on the mound. Eight walks from the Elks already as a staff. Here comes Braden Watson. Bray fires. Changeup that misses outside. Another ball from Aiden Bray, who is yet to throw a strike. It's 1-0. There it is on the outside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike. Watson dangerous. Yesterday had an RBI, and coming off that game on Friday where he had 4 of them, including a long homer. Luna takes off to third. Curveball misses up and away, and he steals it without a throw. Aiden Bray just forgot about the runner trying to throw strikes. Now runners on the corners with nobody out. Hudson committed to Evansville out of UCSB. Bray's 2-1 is popped up to shallow right field. Is anybody there, though? Close it, closing in. It falls in. Bounces over his head off the turf. Luna comes in to score. Proctor's racing at third. It goes to the cutoff man, Unai. Tag applied late, and they replace spots. The runners stay on the corners. It's 4-1 on the bloop single to right.
Now batting the center fielder, number 36, Isaiah Hearn.
With how the defense was playing him, shaded so far to the alleyway, there was no chance. As Bray throws to Hearn, and Hearn bloops one over the head of Julian Unai, the second baseman, into center field for a base hit. Proctor waltzes in and scores. 5-1 Raptors. And Aiden Bray has yet to record an out. This all comes back to that Josh Jackson debacle on the lineup card without him being written down. And after he wasn't written down, it forced Aiden Bray to start to get loose awfully quickly. Didn't pan out. And he's working through his own jam to Nate Stuyvesant. Bray delivers. Curveball. Misses high. Looks like Riker Altizer is starting to throw in the Elks bullpen. Oregon Tech righty will be next. Bray's 1-0. Swung on and missed. Stuyvesant 0 for 2 with a flyout and a strikeout. 4 hits on both sides, but the Raptors with 5 runs to just 1 for the Elks. It's because of those free passes. On the Raptors side, they've only walked 1 batter. The Elks have walked 8. Needing a ground ball or anything to weather this storm. 1-1. Changeup misses well outside. An easy take from Stuyvesant. That's been the frustrating part for Bray, is a lot of these uncompetitive, where easy takes coming on the Raptors side. Hitters count to Stuyvesant, who had a good night yesterday. On the 2-1, O'Fallon right back. Picked up his first RBI of the season, went 2 for 4 at the dish. Two and nobody out. Runners on first and second in this 5-1 game here in the bottom of the 5th. Bray delivers a breaking ball that's driven deep to left field. All Murphy can do is give it a courtesy jog, and it's gone. A crooked number, 5 runs in this 5th inning. The second 3-run home run of the afternoon comes via Nate Stuyvesant, and it's 8-1 Raptors.
Number 10, Nate Stuyvesant.
Nate Stuyvesant's first home run of the year. And Alan Cox is going to go get Aiden Bray. Aiden Bray, after Josh Jackson was left off the lineup card, had to come in without throwing any warm-up pitches. And unfortunately for him, it showed. Walked a couple of batters. Gave up an RBI single to Braden Watson, an RBI single to Isaiah Hearn, and then the big blast, a 3-run shot from Nate Stuyvesant. 8-1 the score, still no outs, bottom 5. We're back after this on Bend Elks YouTube. New pitcher into the game, Riker Altizer. Aiden Bray came in for Josh Jackson after he wasn't on the lineup card. Wasn't able to record an out. His last moment, the 3-run home run given up to Nate Stuyvesant. And now Riker Altizer will look to clean up this 5th inning as he throws a curveball that misses low to Rico. 5 runs in this 5th inning. The Elks, just like a lot of these games where it gets away from them, they did score first. It was 1-0 at one point. 1-0's fouled away, but on these getaway days, the final game of the series, because of the Elks and their thin pitching staff, games can quickly and very easily get out of hand. Their last getaway day was on Thursday against the Corvallis Knights, a game they lost by a score of 20-2. And here, slipping away early. 1-1 from Altizer is grounded to Brody Whitcomb at first to Fields and will take it himself to first. The first out of the inning. Comes on the 3 unassisted putout. Altizer immediately getting in the strike zone and getting rewarded for it. Here's Reed Farrell. Altizer just out of the stretch from the first base side. Will kick and deal. A fastball that misses away. Altizer entering this out in 6 walks to just 1 strikeout. That has been the name of the game for this Elks bullpen, is the inability to throw strikes. So hoping to change that, and a good start. 1-0 to Farrell. Changeup misses away. Reed Farrell 0 for 2, a strikeout and a pop out. We're going to turn it over to the top with Wattis on deck. Altizer's 2-0 misses well down and out at 84. This roster loaded for the Ridgefield Raptors, the winners of the first half of the West Coast League, and now we'll host a playoff series right here at the Rourke. 3-0 home call to strike. Here where Chris Cota has gotten some of the most talent in the league, Division I talent scattered throughout. After Cowlitz no longer, easier for the Raptors to get all these players in this region. And they've succeeded their most because of it. 3-1 fastball misses high. A walk from Riker Altizer. 3rd walk of the inning, the first from Riker, and there's a runner on base. With 1 out, Zach Wattis stepping up. Wattis walked in the 4th inning. Altizer throws a changeup that's grounded softly to Pettit at third. He'll throw to second, and covering there is Will Goodman late. 2 outs on the fielder's choice. Wattis reaches base safely at first. That was a funky play because of the way the defense was shifted. And Pettit had to throw to second, just assuming Goodman was going to be there covering. He got there late, but ultimately still did, and they'll take the put out. Two away for Jackson Weber. Altizer will set and deliver. Slider cold to strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Altizer, a part of the Oregon Tech connection with assistant coach Johnny Kemp and all the players coming over in that. 0-1 slider Also called a strike on the inside corner.
Working the plate.
Long looking on the 0-2 with 2 outs. Fastball misses up and away. .14 ERA Altizer had at Oregon Tech in 9 innings. 8 Ks to 6 walks there, and here he gets a ground ball to Brady Pettit at third. Will field deep in the 5-hole, rocketed across the diamond. And he says that Brody Whitcomb bobbled it.
Prematurely.
Wow, it looked like by the naked eye that Pettit and Whitcomb connected on an inning-ending putout.
44, Carson Luna.
But instead, the inning will continue because Whitcomb bobbled it. So that's going to go down as an error on Brody Whitcomb. Altizer fires to Luna, and he fouls it away.
That's an error here. Yeah. And a strike.
Altizer's 0-1. This is down and away. Now count moves even. Luna started off this inning with a leadoff walk after Josh Jackson had to exit the game since he wasn't on the lineup card. Second at bat of this frame alone. Take a slider that misses down and away. 2-1, 2 outs. Wadas on second, Weber on first. Pettit made the throw to Brody Whitcomb. He couldn't squeeze it to put out Weber. That's why this inning's still going. Altizer whips in a slider that's called a strike on the inner third. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Been a 5 spot from Ridgefield. Luna seeking to add on to that tally. Altizer's curveball got him swinging as Luna chased. And the first strikeout of the inning ultimately ends it. But not after. 5 runs in the 5th. Couple of RBI singles and then the big swing. Nate Stuyvesant's first homer of the year, the second 3-run shot of the night. To the 6th. Elks trail it 8-1. Max Frazier, the new pitcher, into the ball game, or the remaining pitcher. He's been in since the start and throws a strike to Brady Pettit. Pettit, Cahill, and Klosick, hitters 2, 3, and 4 in the Elks lineup, stepping up against Frazier, who had that long break, and Pettit drives one to deep left field. Going back on it is Wattis, and he makes the catch, thudding into the left field wall, taking away extra bases. 99 off the bat from Pettit, as you saw it start to enter its flight. Looked like that might have a chance to get out of here, but it hung up in the park, and Wattis has great closing speed, able to get there. Frazier now to Cahill. Misses outside. Had a couple of those long waiting periods when he threw last Sunday in the Raptors' big win in between innings, so got used to it there. Cahill rolls over the 1-0 to the second baseman Weber. Flips on to first, 2 away. Now bringing up Richie Klosick. Frazier throws a strike to Richie Klosick. 2 strikeouts so far this afternoon from Richie. 1 looking and 1 swinging. Frazier on a quick pitch, throws a strike at the knees, 0-2. And another inning with maximum efficiency from the Raptors southpaw. He's at just 70 pitches. Has that freedom to challenge every batter with the 8-1 lead. 0-2. And Klosick strikes out, swinging again. He's seen 9 pitches and has struck out 3 times this afternoon. Bottom 6 when we come back. 8-1 Raptors on the Bend Elks YouTube page. Riker Altizer out there for another inning of work. He'll fire to Josh Proctor, who fouls it back off the backstop. 8-1. Raptors on top. 5 runs in the 5th inning. And Max Frazier The starter for the Raptors just continues to cruise along. Their pitching this series has been top tier coming off of last night. Proctor homered earlier on a big swing to right, and Riker throws in a big curveball. Slow at 66, Ephus-like, forcing Proctor to wait back, and he ultimately doesn't pull the trigger. Proctor walked his last time. 0-2. Fastball buzzes the tower running up and in, and Proctor had to duck out of the way of it. In that similar spot is the game last night, where a challenge for both teams to remain focused at this stage of the game. Altizer's 1-2. Misses down and away. Proctor, couple of hits, and really building off a nice year at Oregon State. Bright future for the young outfielder. 2-2 from Altizer. Curveball misses down and away. After Proctor, it's Watson and Hearn, three of the best hitters on this team. That's why these Raptors, if they can start getting some consistent pitching efforts, the sky is the limit for this group. Payoff. Fastball fouled right back off the wooden backstop. Won the first half, were absolutely dominant. And then last weekend when they entered Bend, were on a 10-game losing streak. They got back on track against the Elks, and since then have started to pick things up again. 3-2. Curveball misses low to Josh Proctor on the base on balls. Fourth time that Josh Proctor has reached. And the 10th walk from the Bend Elks as a staff. Snapping up is Braden Watson. Shifting to the pull side with Unai deep in the sixth hole and Goodman near the bag. Altizer throws. Fastball that misses down and away, and Pfeiffer almost slips on the turf. Staying on his feet. That could have been dangerous. Pfeiffer all good. In this second half, the Walla Walla Sweets in the West Coast League South have dominated. 13-7, their record a game and a half up. Altizer misses well up and away. Corvallis just behind them. And then the Drifters, too. They have been on a run lately. And their best chance to make the playoffs after being in the dweller with the Elks is winning that second half. That would be one of the crazier stories of the West Coast League season. 2-0 curveball called to strike. Going for the sweep later tonight against the Marion Berries. And that Springfield Drifters team is the team the Elks end with on the road. Proctor off of first. Curveball to Watson is swatted. Deep to right center field. Nadeau's going back, and it's gone. Braden Watson into the same spot where he homered on Friday night. Goes deep there again. It's 10 runs now for the Raptors. 10-1 the score in the sixth.
178 feet. And home run number 6 for number 30, Braden Watson.
6 homers now from Braden Watson. Simply one of the best hitters in the league.
At the plate, center fielder number 36, Isaiah Hearn.
And Jim Corney will now take a long walk to the Raptors dugout to say something potentially. At this stage of the game, Jim Courtney doing this, there's just no reason for it. But he feels the need to walk over to the Raptors dugout and say something, enforcing the law.
Not sure which law.
Boils one of them. Temperature and pressure.
I think my guess would maybe be when Watson crossed home plate, he took his helmet off because I saw Courtney pointing at his head. Maybe it had to do with equipment. But Jim wrote something on his little scorebook and will put it back into his pocket.
All right. Back to business here.
10-1 it is on the 2-run shot from Braden Watson. Here's Isaiah Hearn. Altizer delivers. Fastball that misses away.
There he goes. He's on a mission.
Hearn had an RBI single in the 5th inning. 1-0 there. Curveball called to strike on the outside corner.
He wouldn't have umpire's number. I would think he's got,
That is the 3rd home run of the night, and to hit it to that part of the ballpark for Watson, that's awfully impressive. 1-1 to Hearn, popped up foul beyond home plate and out of play. And with nobody warming in the Elks bullpen,
Gus is disgusted.
Riker's likely going to have to wear this one. Continue to eat as many innings as possible. Keep this game where it's at. 1-2 to Hearn, misses down and in on a fastball.
Entertainment. This is entertainment. That's what this is.
Jim Courtney, he keeps you involved in the game.
And they do call it sports
The LA, California native. And Isaiah Hearn, who on the 2-2 rips one foul down the right field line. He hit that ball hard. Ultimately was just 87 off the bat, but with the bounce off the turf, looked firmer. It was in the 2025 Perfect Game All-American Classic, Hearn was. And just loads of natural talent. On the 2-2, fastball gets him on the elbow for a hit by pitch. Hearn down to first, and now Nate Stuyvesant, who homered his last time through, a 3-run shot. Hearn with speed off of the base. Elks still with no outs this frame. Altizer, big curveball, called a strike at the bottom of the zone.
John said it. To get ahead of yourself. Don't get it.
Stuyvesant 1 for 3 ultimately at the plate. New addition to this Raptors team and has been a welcome sight. Will foul it away down the right field line. Crazy enough, the Elks in the majority of these blowouts at one point have been on top. And they were the first team to score on the Brady Pettit ground out with the runners on the corners. They struck first 1-0. Since then, 10 unanswered runs from Ridgefield. Altizer gets Stuyvesant swinging on the 0-2.
Now batting the catcher, number 11, Bo Rico.
Altizer's second strikeout brings up Bo Rico. Rico 0 for 2 entering this at-bat. Altizer fires a curveball that hit him on the foot. Back-to-back base runners reaching on a hit by pitch. And this one a soft 67-mile-per-hour curveball that just hit off the green shoes of Rico. First and second with one out. Game getting out of hand here in the 6th inning. Bottom of the order in Reed Farrell. Altizer's changeups grounded to Pettit at third. He'll go to second for one. The throw to first. A double play ends the inning. 5-4-3 around the horn. Much needed ground ball from Riker Altizer. But Braden Watson, earlier in the frame, his 6th home run of the summer. And that's come in not too long of time. He has crushed this league, and in particular, crushed the Elks, makes it 10-1. Max Frazier's night is done. A new pitcher, a right-hander, coming in for Ridgefield when we come back. It's the Raptors by 9. Max Frazier, the southpaw's night is done. The new pitcher is Declan Francis, the right-hander. Francis throws a big breaking ball that's called a strike to Isaac Pfeiffer. 2 more runs in for the Raptors in the 6th. It's now 10-1 in this series finale as they look for the sweep. 0-1 breaking ball hits softly, cued with side spin back up the middle and fielded by Weber, who will throw to first. 1 away.
Now batting second baseman number 4, Will Goodman.
Francis making his 8th appearance of the year. 1.93 ERA. Thrown 14 innings. 17 strikeouts. 3 walks.
With 1 away, it's Will Goodman. Francis's curveball is called a strike. So from what I'm being told back on that Braden Watson home run, whatever player it was that brought out the home run helmet was thrown out of this game. That fastball misses low. And that has been a home run helmet that the Raptors have brought out on every home run this series. But for some reason, in the 6th inning, it was a big enough deal to throw him out. That's all I've been told. I'm not sure what has happened with Jim Courtney, but has been a stickler all series on the little things as the 1-1 misses outside. Goodman walked and then grounded out. Declan Francis has been a dominant reliever with these Elks. The Heaters called the strike at 90. Francis with the Raptors, 1.93 ERA, a 1.21 whip, 17 strikeouts. And he has only walked 3 batters. Just filling up the zone, forcing the hand of the opposition. On the 2-2, the fastball misses low and away. Francis from Lake Oswego, Oregon, 6'2", 240 pounds, was previously at Lane Community College, and just threw 5 games with Western Kentucky, posting a 6.75 ERA. Payoff to Goodman. One's way in tight. It either hit him or it didn't on ball 4. And Goodman will move down to first. Did not see a signal on a hit by pitch, so I believe it was ball 4. Although, pretty certain by the carom and change in trajectory that it took that it was a hit by pitch. Runner on for Keaton Nadeau. Francis deals to Nadeau. Fastball misses down and away. There's been a lot of different controversy that's come into tonight with those umpires. From that lineup card to then the throw out. As Nadeau scolds one into left center. That gets down for a base hit. It's going to roll all the way to the wall. Getting the wave around third is Goodman. The throw comes into the cutoff man. Keaton Nadeau's got himself an RBI double, cutting into this Raptors lead 10-2. In his final game with the Elks, Nadeau making his mark. Nice barrel and getting the bat going, 96 off the bat. Stepping up, Brody Whitcomb. Crazy enough, and the Elks have seen this sort of box score before. 10 runs on the Raptors side to just 2 for the Elks. But the Raptors are only out hitting the Elks by 1. 6 hits to 5, and it's because of all the free bases that the Elks have given Ridgefield. 13 total free passes combining walks, hit by pitches, and errors. Whitcomb fouls back to 1-0. Brody had a single in the third and popped out his last time. Still uncommitted. Coming out of high school, looking for that next step in his journey as the changeup misses down and in and trickles away from the catcher Enrico after it hits off the net in. That allows for Keaton Nadeau to move up to third on the wild pitch.
Come on, Declan. Get serious here. I'm telling you.
Minfield pushed all the way back. 2-1, 1 out, 10-2 the score, top of the 7th. As Whitcomb drives one into left center field. Wattis moving over makes the catch. Tagging at third is Nadeau. He'll score. It's an RBI sac fly. 10-3. Brody Whitcomb continues to look comfortable at the plate despite being one of the youngest players on this team. That ball was hit 92 to the opposite field. He let it get deep. That clears the bases. Two away for Jackson Murphy. Breaking ball misses outside from Francis. Jackson Murphy, 2 singles tonight, 2 for 2. One in the third, one in the fifth. Picking up right where he left off yesterday. This road trip in total for Jackson, been one of his best stretches as an Elk. Take down, 2 balls and no strikes. Murphy, a former valedictorian of his high school, attended UC Davis and has stayed there his entire college career. Entering his senior season as he lines one back up the middle on 2 hops to Luna. Fields it near the base, throws to first. That'll end the inning.
For the Elks in the 7th inning, 2 runs on 1 hit, no errors.
The Elks, though, get 2 runs on 1 hit. Nato and Whitcomb getting in on the party. Still trail big, though, here at the Rourke. Jackson Ashley coming in out of the bullpen. He'll pitch after the fan stretch here on the road. Jackson Ashley will take over in relief for Riker Altizer and miss high on a slider. Fans have stretched in the bottom of the middle of the 7th inning as we move to the bottom half. 10-3, still the Raptors in the lead. It's the top of the order and Zach Wattis. Ashley throws a fastball that misses low according to Jim Courtney. As the 2-0's grounded on 1 hop to Will Goodman at second. Quick release to first. He gets the speedy Wattis. Ashley starts off his out-in with a putout. Bringing up Jackson Weber. Jackson Ashley has been the Elks' best reliever, their most consistent arm out of Oregon City, Oregon. Southpaw with such a unique delivery at 6'4", 220 pounds that so hard to hit. Fastball to Weber's popped up. Sky high, shallow right field. Klosick coming in. He lost his hat and makes the catch. Ritchie with a good effort. 2 away. Quick work from Ashley in this 7th. Bringing up Carson Luna. Luna, a pair of walks, but no hits this afternoon. Ashley throws his big curveball and it misses outside. I mean, that is a whole ball and maybe more in the strike zone. Not getting the call. 1-0. Fastball, that one misses away. And now the dugout barking at Jim Courtney, and I'm just not sure what's going on. He did this simple motion, almost faking going to a knee, took his mask off, and now goes back into his position. Luna fouls back to 2-0. Ashley headed to the Gonzaga Bulldogs, and that team is going to get some two high-quality arms in Hudson Chula and Jackson Ashley. 2-1 misses up. Both of them showcasing their skill set here in Bend this summer, and high-powered incoming freshmen going to that program. Team coming off winning the West Coast Conference regular season. 3-1 misses low. Ashley loses Luna on the base on balls, giving the Raptors a runner.
At the plate, designated hitter number 33, Josh Proctor.
Bringing up Josh Proctor. Proctor homered earlier in the third inning, a 3-run shot to right field. Got the home run parade started, now 3 hit on the Raptors side. Ashley goes to the breaking ball and misses up at 76. But Josh has reached in all 4 of his plate appearances. Tough customer for Ashley. Comes, sets, and throws the 1-0. Breaking ball misses in tight. Appeal down to Lance Kreck. He did not go. A whip under 1 from Ashley. ERA under 1.5. To make that jump from high school to college baseball isn't easy. And for Ashley, it's been seamless. As the 2-0, though, is golfed way back to left field, into the trees, and gone.
That home state measure home run went 407 feet.
A 407-foot blast from Josh Proctor. His second home run of the game, his 4th of the year. 12-3 Ridgefield.
You see the fielder, he just turned around. He just watched it.
Now batting first baseman number 30.
Even Jackson Ashley getting hit around. It's been one of those days. The Elks' best reliever giving up a moonshot. 2 away, it's Braden Watson. And Watson lines a single down the right field line that's going to go all the way to the corner. He'll hit first and head to second. Klosick's throw goes to the cutoff man. A double from Braden Watson, who's now a triple away from the cycle.
Contribution to the Clark County Food Bank from Safeway and Albertsons Nourishing Neighbors Program. Thank you to Safeway and Albertsons, and thank you, Braden Watson.
The 8th hit from the Ridgefield Raptors. 8th the Elks have given up. Ashley, similar to Josh Mejia in his start of the outing, who is the Elks' second pitcher, got the first 2 batters, and then a 2-out walk resulted in a long homer. Ashley's fastball to Hearn misses down and away. Hearn becoming an Oregon Duck. Heading to Eugene as a true freshman in the fall, and they're getting a good one in the Big Ten. Ashley throws a big breaking ball that Pfeiffer couldn't catch, but it was down the heart of the plate, so he gets the call. 1-1 the count with 2 outs in this bottom of the 7th. 12-3 is the score. Hearn had an RBI single back in the 5th. And here on the 1-1, he'll swing through the curveball. Despite At the start of this game, some clouds being overhead. Those have cleared out, and this afternoon has been picturesque for baseball at 76 degrees. The 1-2. Curveball popped up, shallow left center field. Nato got a good jump and reaches up to make the squeeze to end the 7th.
For the Raptors in the 7th inning, 2 runs on 2
But not after Braden Watson's
and 1 runner
2-run
on base.
home run, his second of the afternoon,
Raptors 12.
way gone to left, making it 12-3. Top of the 8th inning, Julian Unai stepping up against Declan Francis in his second inning of work. 2 balls and no strikes the count. Unai at the top of the order. Elks looking for one final push to get back in this game. And Unai hits one deep down the right field line. It is foul. He put a good swing on a ball, but it folded out of play. So Unai will get his bat and go back into the box. 2 more runs from the Raptors in the 7th on the 2-run shot from Josh Proctor, who has had an afternoon to remember here on July the 26th. Unai is 0 for 2. And he'll ground one back up the middle. Weber stops it on a slide. He tries to pop up and fire it to first, but Unai with too much speed, he gets there on the infield single. Great effort from Jackson Weber. Already mentioned his athleticism to not only catch but play the middle infield, and then to stop a ball like that. Now Brady Pettit. Francis throws a slider at 78, called a strike on the outside corner. Batted 0 for 3 with an RBI. Came in the 3rd, and his last swing was hit well to left. Francis throws the 0-1 that misses down and away. Just hoping the Elks are for some offense that they can build into the homestand. Portland coming to town in a series the Elks will be looking forward to, some rivalry baseball. Pettit fouls it back. And then over the weekend, the Marion Berries in town before the final road trip of the year. Elks go to Springfield to end their season against the Drifters. Pettit with the baby blue batting gloves from the right side. Unai takes off, 1-2 called the strike. Throw down to second, not in time. And Unai steals it. Pettit was frustrated, did not think it was a strike, but it did get the bottom of the zone.
Now batting, designated hitter number 34.
One away and a runner on second after Unai steals there. Steps up Will Cahill, left-handed bat. Francis, his fastball misses away. Cahill 0 for 3. Shifting him to the pull side. 1-0 to Will. Slider called a strike on the outside corner. But if you're the Elks and you can get some offense going here, that homestand becomes much more promising. Cahill, a guy just committed to Seattle U that could get that thing going. 1-1. Swings through a fastball at the top of the zone. Now 1-2. 12-3 Raptors. Top of the 8th inning. 1-2, 1 out. And Unai off of second. Game 3 of the series. Francis fires. Changeup misses low. Will Cahill, after redshirting his freshman year at Washington, excited for this new opportunity at Seattle where he'll likely play a lot more. Loads of potential with his power and speed combination in the outfield. On the 2-2, way out in front on a changeup. Second consecutive strikeout.
Now batting, right fielder number 31, Richie Klosek.
Now Richie Klosek, who's seen 9 pitches tonight and has struck out. So take a slider that misses low. That's the first ball Richie's seen at the dish. 3 strikeouts this afternoon. Looking to avoid the golden sombrero. The 1-0 fastball's popped up foul beyond home plate. Klosek, for the longest time, has stayed the RBI leader for these Bend Elks, and that has stayed the same on this road trip. Sitting at 14 total. 1-1 to Rich, tap foul. Has one homer that came against the Walla Walla Sweets in the Elks' first road trip of the year, but the Elks collectively have slowed up in the extra base hitting department. Richie looking to keep this inning alive. 1-2 breaking ball, fouled off his foot. He'll keep on battling along. Thanks for joining us on Bend Elks YouTube this afternoon. Make sure you hit subscribe. Still have 3 series to go in this 2026 season. It's been a pleasure to bring it all to you. Today, though, the same old story for these Elks. It's been tough as Klosek chases on a changeup and strikes out to end the inning. A golden sombrero tonight for Richie. 4 strikeouts. Bottom 8 when we come back on Bend Elks YouTube. Garrett Schmokel, the new pitcher into this game for these Elks, will face Nate Stuyvesant. And miss low on a breaking ball. Elks trail it by a score of 12-3. Stuyvesant, Rico, and Farrell, 7, 8, and 9 in the order to the Western Oregon commit. Schmokel misses in. Was at Everett Community College last season. Now making the jump to Western Oregon. Teammates with Julian Unai there, who's out there at shortstop now. 2-0 heaters called to strike. Garrett hoping to get things back on track. This is the 8th pitcher of the game for these Elks in their bullpen game. As Stuyvesant lines the 2-1 pitch into right center for a base hit. Close cuts it off, throws to the second baseman and Goodman. Stuyvesant with another multi-hit game.
Your attention, please. Pinch hitting for Bo Rico, number 24, Liam
Liam
Ostrom.
Ostrom will pinch hit for Bo Rico here. Chance for Chris Cota to see his bench and test out some new players in this spot. Schmokel throws a curveball that thuds in off the turf. Ostrom at 6'4", 220 pounds, a local kid from Ridgefield, Washington. 238 average in 11 games. 1-0 is hammered. Way back to left field, and Jackson Murphy again just gives it a courtesy look. It is way out of the park. A 2-run shot for the pinch hitter, Liam Ostrom. 14-3 Raptors.
West Coast League home run of the season for number 24, Liam Ostrom.
That is the 5th home run of the game for the Ridgefield Raptors.
What happened now?
Maybe because he took his helmet off early.
That would probably be it.
Looks like after the home run, Jim Courtney again has ejected another Ridgefield Raptor. And I once again wonder what the purpose of this is. In a game that has been this lopsided, and a game that isn't impacted by that finite results of an excessive celebration or a helmet coming off, ejecting a player in that moment is not necessary at all. But rather, Jim Courtney has felt the need all series long to impose his will.
Now batting right fielder number 16, Reed Farrell.
After the 2-run shot, Reed Farrell steps up. 5 homers, 2 from Josh Proctor, 1 from Braden Watson, 1 from Nate Stuyvesant, and then Liam Ostrom, their substitution, picks up his first home run of the summer. Farrell fouls back the first pitch he sees. The last 3 getaway days for the Bend Elks, they've given up a combined 65 runs. Schmokel will tap that foul. Sunday, a 31 spot for the Raptors. On Thursday, leaving Corvallis, they gave up 20. And then 14 runs given up so far here. That's tough to come back from. 65 in total. Schmokel fires the 0-2, and it's foul back. The home runs to the pull side tonight, 3 of them, Stuyvesant, Proctor second, and Rico. Murphy knew it off the crack of the bat. They were hit well over the fence, where he just gave it one step and then watched it go. 0-2 to Farrell, a curveball, then misses down and in. And Garrett Schmokel, who threw last on Sunday, That was against the Ridgefield Raptors where he gave up 5 runs. Similar struggles now. 1-2 to Farrell. Fastball misses down and away. Two-two. Got Farrell swinging for the first out of this 8th. Schmokel getting back in the zone, getting swing and miss after the homer. Coming back up is Zach Wattis. On deck, Zach Wattis was doing that viral Korean baseball trend to help yourself see the baseball. Schmokel's fastball misses down and in, taking 2 of his fingers and putting them in front of his eyes. When you do that, the thought is it helps you see the ball when it comes out of the pitcher's hand. I'd encourage everybody to look it up because it's intriguing to see Wattis do it, a player in person. Schmokel throws a fastball that's called a strike. Even with 14 runs this afternoon for Ridgefield, their star in Zach Wattis has been quiet. 1-1 from Schmokel, bounces in on a ball. Wattis has only reached 1 time on a walk that came in the 4th inning. Still shifting him over to the right. 2-1 from Schmokel. Misses low, now 3 balls and 1 strike. Oaks getting another arm loose in the bullpen. It looks like outfielder Eli Pupo, who hasn't thrown an inning yet this year. They may go position player to save some arms. 3-1. Swung on and missed. Wattis was out in front. Three, 2, 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the 8th, 2 runs in on the homer from Rico. Schmokel's breaking ball home. Misses low, ball 4 to Zach Wattis. Second time that Zach Wattis has reached, and that brings up Jackson Weber. Schmokel throws. Misses down and away. Hasn't been a particularly long contest just because of it being lopsided like last Sunday. 1-0 misses down, but these Elks just looking for outs. Schmokel out of Portland, Oregon. Pitching close back to home. Has not been smooth sailing. 2-0 heaters chopped to Pettit at third, who fields it deep near the line. His throw to first on 1 hop got him. Maybe a gift from Lance Crack, but Brady Pettit with an incredible play. Now 2 gone as Zach Wattis moves up 90 feet. Naturally, those calls that could go either way will favor the side of a game continuing to move along for these umpires at this stage of it. Luna on the first pitch will chop one back up the middle, and it gets through for a base hit. Cota will keep Wattis at third, not send him. He would have easily scored, so that's just an act of sportsmanship. Runners on the corners with 2 outs. With 2 away, Josh Proctor gets himself another at-bat. Looking for his 3rd home run. He already has 2. Schmokel fires a fastball. Nice pick from Isaac Pfeiffer on the backhand. Schmokel delivers. Misses low. 2 balls and no strikes. Proctor singled to start his game, then homered in the 3rd, walked in the 5th and the 6th, and then homered again in the 7th on a ball that was over 400 feet. 2-0 from Schmokel, called a strike on the outside corner.
Yeah, he just widened his strike zone. Let's get this game over. Throw a pitch, it's a strike. Don't even throw a pitch.
2-1.
It's a strike.
Changeup misses low. Now 3-1. Utilizing the majority of this bullpen, you'll be happy to get an off day tomorrow on Monday before the 6th straight at home. Raptors after this will go on the road. Schmokel's fastball misses high, ball 4. And they're loaded with 2 outs. 6 plate appearances from Josh Proctor, and he reached in each of them. Best offensive day for him this season. With the sacks packed, you got to face Braden Watson. Who's also had himself another outstanding day at the dish. 3 runs batted in and a home run that came in the 6th. Schmokel fires a fastball that misses in. On 3rd is Wattis. On 2nd is Luna. On 1st is Proctor. 1-0. Called a strike at the bottom of the zone. Watson coming from UC Santa Barbara, did not play at all, redshirting, and now committed to Evansville. All of that practice with his own team against some of the best arms in the country, preparing him to be a big hitter. As the 1-1 is grounded right back up the middle, and by the glove of Julian Unai, who extended for it. That will bring in 2 runs, both Wattis and Luna. It is 16-3. A 5 RBI night for Braden Watson.
Your attention, please. Pinch hitting for Isaiah Hearn, number 15, Ben Strutt.
Quit pumping up the team.
First and second, 2 outs. Ben Strutt is going to pinch hit for Isaiah Hearn. Less of a degree when it comes to how lopsided it is. 1-0 from Schmokel's called a strike. But 31 runs last Sunday, and then so far tonight with 16. Strutt coming in for Hearn after Hearn had himself a good day at the plate. 1-1 misses up. Strutt from Scottsdale, Arizona. He's been outstanding this summer with a .316 average, 13 runs batted in. 2-1 skips in on a ball, 3 balls and 1 strike. You, of course, want Garrett Schmokel to finish this inning, but see how long his leash is. Wattis on second, Watson on first. The 3-1, and it is another base on balls.
Stuyvesant's still in the game. At the plate, third baseman, number 10, Nate Stuyvesant.
Nate Stuyvesant will stay in the game. No pinch hitter for him. And Alan Cox is going to call time and embark on his slow walk out to the mound. This will be the end of the road for Garrett Schmokel, who had some misfortune again, just like his last outing against the Ridgefield Raptors on Sunday. We'll have the new arm for you when we come back on Bend Elks YouTube. 4 runs in this 8th. It's 16-3 Raptors. Eli Pupo, position player for these Bend Elks. Now into the game for Garrett Schmokel, looking to get some outs. And a loft in a changeup that's fouled away at 63 miles per hour. This is the first time this year that Eli Pupo has thrown the 16-3 game, bases loaded. Pupo coming from Bushnell University, local product from Redmond. And Stuyvesant's way out in front on his 63 mile per hour pitch. Fouled away 0-2. I'm sure Pupo, just like every college player at some point through in high school, so not too far removed from being a guy on the mound, but his job is to just throw strikes as the 0-2s foul back. Nate Stuyvesant started off this inning with a single. The 2 away, the runner is Proctor Watson. The 2 away, the runner is Proctor Watson. And then Strutt at first. As Stuyvesant goes to a knee offering at it. I think he thought he fouled it, but they call it a drop third strike. It goes to the backstop. Pfeiffer picks it up, throws to first. And that will end the inning. But now Jim Courtney is embarking on a walk to just get some new baseballs. It was not called foul. Eli Pupo faces one batter and gets a strikeout, making it look easy. Elks need a lot of the ninth. We'll go to that final inning and step aside quickly to be back after this. Mateo Rojas looking to close the door for the Ridgefield Raptors here in the 9th inning. 16-3 the score. Raptors on top, seeking the sweep. Isaac Pfeiffer, who's 0 for 3, steps in from the right side, and Rojas fires a fastball that's skied to deep left center field. Going back is Strutt into the alleyway, and he makes the squeeze, one away. Some defensive changes. Reagan McCluskey now beyond home plate doing the catching, and Ben Strutt in center field instead of Isaiah Hearn. Mateo Rojas has been a good reliever for these Raptors, an ERA hovering right around 3 with 15 strikeouts. Quick pitches Goodman and throws a strike on the outside corner. Couple more chances for the Elks on this road trip. 1-0. Slider misses down and away. It has been extremely tough sledding. The one win they had was on Wednesday night against Corvallis. 14-9 the final there. 1-1 to Goodman, misses well outside. Now 2 balls and 1 strike. But hasn't been one thing you can put your finger on. The one thing that has been a constant has just been the bullpen struggling in every way. 2-1 misses down and away. And it's tough at this stage of the season. You're losing a lot of arms, losing a lot of players in general. So the room for error not as large, knowing that there's simply a lack of quantity in the pitchers in the bullpen. 3-1 to Goodman. Fastball misses outside. He'll reach on a walk. Stepping up will be Keaton Nadeau.
Now batting, center fielder number 10, Keenan Nadeau.
Nadeau had an RBI double in the 7th inning. Rojas sets from the third base side and fires. Fastball called a strike. The bottom of the zone. Oh, 1. Misses up and away. After this game off day for both teams, Ridgefield Raptors will head to Corvallis to take on the Knights at Goss Stadium, where the Elks just were. Elks will have an off day, head back home this evening, and then we'll play the Portland Pickles on Tuesday night. 1-1 misses away. Rojas, a Hawaii commit from Foster City, California. Been a good reliever and known for pounding that zone. 2-1 misses down and away. But here in the 9th inning, not the same command that usually is seen out of Rojas. Talking about the Raptors again, as I did earlier, they have the arms where if things start to click, they could do damage. Nadeau grounds one back up the middle. It's fielded by Luna. He goes to second for 1. The throw to first, not in time. It would have been a game-ending double play, but Keaton Nadeau is simply too fast and beats it out. 6 unassisted on the fielder's choice. Elks are down to their final out. Brody Whitcomb, the final shot. Responsible for one of the 3 runs brought in tonight. Rojas throws to Whitcomb, and he grounds one back up the middle for a base hit off the glove of Weber. Nadeau's going to go from first to third, and will slide in there. 2-hit afternoon from Brody Whitcomb. And if you're going to take anything from this one that's positive, that is Brody Whitcomb swinging a hot bat, and I'll say it again, being a high schooler, coming into the college ranks, it's not an easy transition to make, but Whitcomb has looked comfortable, hoping to make a commitment somewhere soon. With those runners on the corners, Jackson Murphy gets another shot, the 9-hole bat. Rojas throws to Murph, and he's out in front on a slider. Nato on third. Whitcomb on first. 0-1, 2 out, 16-3 Raptors. As Murphy bloops one into shallow right field, but going out is Weber. He reaches up to make the catch, and that will end the ball game.
No runs on one hit. No errors and one runner left on
Bend Elks have been swept here in Ridgefield and end the road trip going 1-5.
no errors and 13 runners left on base.
Ridgefield wins the season series 6-3.
And 4 runners left on base. The winning pitcher is
And the same story that has been the case all year long
time of the game.
comes back this afternoon.
1 minute.
The bullpen that was thin coming in, you knew it was going to be a bullpen game,
Trash around your
and they could not deliver.
receptacle. The Raptors thank you for your help in keeping the Rock clean. Don't forget the Raptors are on the road for the next 6 games. Then they'll be back home for the final homestand of the regular season, Monday, August 3rd.
9 pitchers threw on the Elk side. There were shades of that performance last Sunday against the Ridgefield Raptors, where Ridgefield won 31-0. Obviously, today not being as extreme with the final score at 16-3, but still one that was a lopsided affair. And the Elks fall to 16-29, losers of 4 straight, 13 games below 500, and at bedrock in the West Coast League South standings. Raptors improved to 27-18, 9 games above 500, and an outstanding team where Chris Cota and this group, they're going to host a playoff series. If this pitching, and this afternoon just 3 arms thrown just like yesterday, if they can be as good as they've been this series, just a couple of weeks from the postseason, this Raptors team can make noise and win the West Coast League South. The 2 best teams all year in this division have been the Walla Walla Sweets and the Ridgefield Raptors. If the Raptors start to put it together, they'll end up figuring things out and doing their thing in the playoffs. "17 free passes I count given up by the Bend Elks. And yes, the offense was only able to muster 3 runs on 7 hits, but those free passes, impossible to come back from. And in the game of baseball that's already so hard, and if you play error-free, that doesn't guarantee anything. When you make too many errors, both mental and physical, you get severely behind, and then from there on, the Elks were too far to come back. But you go back home next week, you hope you see some positives, and I think above all, hope to see these young players, these local Bend products, be able to get a chance to play in front of a home crowd. And that Portland Pickles Elk series always brings out the best in everybody. So looking forward to that on Tuesday night. But the story continues. The Elks on the road, their woes have been apparent and have been prolific since the beginning of this season. Carrying over from last year, but tenfold. 6 and 9. Apologies. 6 and 18. The Elks are now away from home. Your final line: 16 runs for the Raptors to 3 for the Elks. 12 hits on Ridgefield side to 7 for Bend. Elks committed 1 error. The Raptors committed none. We'll see you on Tuesday night. Another rough go of things for these Elks, but they hope to see some positivity at home at Genna. As always, I'm Aiden O'Neill signing off. We will